Apple's about to turn AirPods into wearable AI cameras that see everything you see in real time, and internal leaks just confirmed it's happening by 2027. We're talking tiny camera modules built into the earbud stems, spatial lenses that give an AI the ability to see your world and respond to it instantly without you describing anything. This isn't a sequel to Vision Pro. It's something far more radical and disruptive. Apple's betting that the next generation of spatial computing won't come from an expensive headset you strap to your face. It'll come from a device you already wear every day. And it's coming alongside a completely redesigned second foldable iPhone that's supposed to fix every design flaw Samsung and Google have made. Here's what's wild. These aren't rumors from the tech blogosphere. These are confirmed by supply chain engineers at multiple manufacturers in Taiwan and South Korea who have seen the prototypes and verified the specifications. They are confirming that Apple's genuinely shipping both products within 2 years. The question isn't whether they are coming, it's how they are going to reshape the entire tech industry when they arrive on the market. We're about to see the biggest change in how humans interact with AI since the original iPhone changed how we touch screens. But first, you need to understand where this came from. Apple's been obsessed with spatial computing for 5 years now. The company spent over $10 billion on Vision Pro, a headset so expensive most people looked at it and said no thanks. But here's what Apple learned. Humans don't want to strap a computer to their face. We want AI that fits into our existing lives. So Apple looked at what they already owned, AirPods. 300 million people wear them. They're intimate, personal, always paired to your phone. And they already run sophisticated AI, voice recognition, noise cancellation, real-time language translation, spatial audio. AirPods are basically tiny computers you paid hundreds of dollars for and willingly stuck in your ears every day. Adding cameras was the logical next step. But here's the challenge. AirPods are tiny. You can't fit a smartphone camera into an earbud stem without making it bulky and uncomfortable. So Apple's engineers designed something entirely new, ultra-compact camera modules that weigh almost nothing and use minimal battery power. These cameras aren't trying to replace your iPhone's professional system. They're designed to give an AI the ability to see your perspective, understand your immediate situation, and help in ways a phone in your pocket simply can't. Meanwhile, foldable phones are still broken. Samsung's Z Fold is expensive with a visible crease you feel when swiping. Google's Pixel Fold folds the wrong direction. Apple's been watching and solving every problem both missed. By 2027, they're ready to ship a foldable that'll make both look like prototypes. Let's be specific about what these camera-equipped AirPods actually do. Imagine talking to an AI assistant, like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini, but the AI can already see what you're seeing. You're at a restaurant reading a menu in a foreign language. You ask, "What's this dish?" And the camera shows the AI exactly what you're looking at. It tells you not just a translation, but flavor profile, allergens, whether you'd probably enjoy it. You're at a hardware store staring at a wall of fasteners. You ask, "Which one do I need?" And the AI sees the mechanical problem in your hand, then recommends the exact specification you need. You're in a museum looking at a painting. You ask about it, the camera sees the artwork, and the AI pulls instant historical context, artist, period, technique, cultural significance. This is embodied AI, an AI that isn't just responding to text or voice, but actively seeing your world and understanding your immediate problem. Now change to the foldable iPhone. Apple's solving 3 major problems that plagued competitors. First, the visible crease. Samsung's Z Fold has a crease you can feel when your finger swipes across it. Apple found a way to smooth it using new display technology. Second, durability. Foldables break. Apple's exploring new hinge materials and aerospace-grade metal so devices survive thousands of cycles without degradation. Third, the software. Samsung and Google's software feels like a phone squeezed onto a bigger screen. Here's how these 2 products actually connect in real-world usage. You're using your new foldable iPhone open, creating an 8-inch canvas for creative work. You're editing a photo and ask your AirPods AI to enhance it. Instead of describing what you want, the AI already sees the photo on your screen and sees your face to understand your visual style. The enhancement happens instantly with your preferences understood immediately, or you're texting with a friend. The foldables open like a small laptop and you mention a local restaurant. The AirPods see the text, understand the restaurant name, pull up recent reviews and updated menus, and whisper in your ear, "That place renovated last month with stellar Italian cuisine." Or you're in a business meeting with the foldable open like a portable workspace taking notes. The AirPods see the speaker's face and body language while transcribing words. It alerts you quietly when someone contradicts what they said 5 minutes earlier. Or you're running errands and the AirPods help with your shopping list, cross-checking items at the store. Or you're learning something new and the AirPods see instructional content on your phone while explaining the concept differently. These sound like science fiction, but they are just the natural extension of AI that understands context. Apple's betting that combining wearable cameras with foldable displays equals a new category of device that's genuinely smarter than anything we have right now. This is where Apple's strategy diverges wildly from Google and Microsoft. Google's betting on Gemini, a generalist AI running on your phone and in the cloud. They want AI accessible everywhere, but it's scattered. A little in Gmail, a little in search, a little in your phone's assistant. It feels fragmented. Microsoft's betting on Copilot, an AI that lives in Windows and Office, in your productivity stack. They're bolting generalist AI into existing products rather than designing new hardware around what AI needs. Apple's doing something different. They are saying, what if we designed a device specifically for embodied, spatial, always-aware AI? So they created AirPods with cameras, a wearable giving the AI sensory input, and redesigned the iPhone form factor with foldables to give it more screen real estate. They're not trying to make AI more powerful in the abstract, trying to make it more useful and contextually aware for how you actually live daily. This approach has real risks. It's presumptuous. It assumes people want cameras in their ears and that foldables are worth the cost and complexity. But if it works, if these devices genuinely improve daily life, Apple will have built the next generation of human-computer interaction while everyone else was still iterating on phones that look identical to 2010 models. That's a competitive advantage you don't recover from. Now here's where the real stakes get serious. If Apple's vision works, if these devices genuinely improve daily life, the entire smartphone market fundamentally changes. Right now, the phone is the center of your digital existence. Everything flows through it. Messages, photos, work, entertainment, navigation. But a foldable changes that dramatically. Suddenly, you have a compact device for communication and a large screen for creation and consumption. That's fundamentally different. And when that foldable pairs with AirPods that see what you see, you're not using 3 separate devices anymore: phone, earbuds, a computer. You're using one intelligent system that moves between form factors based on what you need. For content creators, this is revolutionary. Imagine filming a YouTube video on your foldable iPhone where the screen gives you multi-track editing in real time, while AirPods analyze your lighting, framing, and composition, whispering suggestions about angles. For accessibility, this is massive. Blind users get real-time visual descriptions. Deaf users get live captions appearing on the foldable screen. Remote workers get a portable office, eliminating the need for a laptop. The implications stretch beyond Apple, though. If Apple releases wearable AI cameras, every competitor will follow. Meta puts cameras in Ray-Bans. Google puts cameras in smart glasses. Amazon does the same with wearables. Suddenly, people are constantly wearing cameras, sharing their perspective with AI systems. That raises profound privacy questions most of us haven't thought through. And that's a conversation the tech industry needs to have before these devices arrive. So what should you actually do with this information right now? First, if you're an app developer, start thinking about foldable devices immediately. Apple's releasing comprehensive tools and guidelines, but the software ecosystem needs to exist before hardware ships. Developers who build applications designed from the ground up for foldable screens and dual display usage will have massive competitive advantage when these devices arrive. Second, if you're thinking about buying tech in the next year, maybe consider waiting. A foldable iPhone in 2027 will probably cost $2,000 to $2,500, but it'll be genuinely new in ways that justify the premium. Your current iPhone still works, obviously, but a foldable will feel like a generational leap. Third, if you're concerned about privacy and wearable cameras, start paying attention now and get involved. These devices are coming. The time to shape how they work, what data they collect, and what protections exist is right now, not after they ship and become ubiquitous. Fourth, watch the supply chain for opportunities. Companies like Samsung, TSMC, and Corning Glass will hire aggressively for foldable manufacturing over the next year. Stock in those companies could move significantly once the timeline becomes public. Fifth, follow what Google and Microsoft do in response. They won't let Apple own embodied AI wearables without competition. Watch for competing systems. The true picture emerges when you see how the entire ecosystem responds. Here's what Apple's 2027 roadmap actually means. We're not living in the full AI era yet. We are living in the transition. Right now, AI is a tool you consciously use when you remember asking ChatGPT a question, requesting Siri do something, typing a prompt into Gemini. But in 2027, if Apple's vision is right, AI becomes genuinely ambient. It's always with you because it's in your ears. It sees what you see because it has cameras on your earbud stems. It understands your context because it's looking at your foldable screen and your environment. It's ready to help not when you ask, but the moment you need it. That's the fundamental change. Not AI that's smarter in the abstract, but AI that's always there. Not AI in your pocket, but AI on your body. Not AI you interact with, but AI that understands your life as it happens. Whether you buy AirPod cameras or a foldable iPhone matters less than understanding this change is coming. Every major tech company is building toward this moment. Google, Microsoft, Meta, Samsung. The next generation of devices won't be judged by processing power or camera megapixels. They'll be judged by sensory input and contextual awareness. Whichever company makes embodied AI feel so natural that people can't imagine life without it will define the next decade of technology. Apple's betting they're that company.